Two other traffic signal controlled intersections where there have been bad accidents in the past have been replaced with traffic circles, also known as roundabouts. Smaller traffic circles were built on Maple Avenue in Elmira as well. With talk of more of these coming to Pine City and another in Elmira, WETM 18 News reporter Erica Brecher explores whether or not they're worth it.
It started with these. Two traffic circles replaced stoplights on Route 13 in order to maintain traffic flow and slow it down. The problem, according to most neighbors, is that not enough was done to introduce local drivers to these unfamiliar circles.
I get frustrated because people just don't understand the concept of the roundabout. The roundabouts would be a good thing if people knew how to drive through them.
Monica Vondercheck drives through these all the time on her way to and from home.
I see a lot of people stopping when they should be going right in. I see a lot of people stopping in the center of the roundabout.
Meanwhile, Scott Spencer, a project manager at McLaughlin Phillips, has no choice. His job sits on the corner of Route 13 and Franklin Road. He thinks they've made the chance for accidents greater.
Anytime you have a large vehicle, a tractor trailer, they do not yield. And if you're trying to get out from the other side when it would be your turn to go, you'd better stop or you're going to get hit.
The New York Department of Transportation declined to give WETM comment on whether the agency feels they're working. While some drivers may not like them, they're generally more accepted than these smaller ones on the south side of Elmira. 2 years ago, city and county officials decided something needed to be done to slow traffic here near Riverside Elementary School. Their radius is smaller and they're tougher to see. At first, drivers didn't notice them.
In the beginning, there were a lot of people that drove right over the top of them, which I think they probably only did once because their car bottomed out.
Scott Drake is the former Elmira police chief. He also happens to live on Maple Avenue right on the edge of one of these circles. He says they achieved their goal of slowing drivers down, but agrees with neighbors that they could use some tweaking.
And I do know that they're a hybrid roundabout because of the size constrictions that they had. So, you know, they have to experiment with them till they get it right.
Brian Beasley is street supervisor for the city of Elmira. He says the circles were already in place before he took over the job.
There are some posing issues with the size and how those were developed and designed and put in there. Being that I wasn't part of that, I think maybe we should look at some other methods that are possible to look at of other ways of calming traffic and slowing down.
The city of Elmira fronted $108,000 to build these. It's part of a Safe Schools state reimbursement plan, but these traffic circles are only part of the plan. Elmira won't get $100,000 of that back if it doesn't finish what it started. So, was the six-figure project worth it?
I think it's more of a danger to my car and a health hazard than just a simple stop sign would have been, or better yet, a traffic light.
Either way, people aren't going to be happy, but it slows traffic down and potentially saves some kid from getting hit by a car.
It's not accepted by a lot of people, and once again, I think it's just a means of looking into other ways to calm traffic in a simpler method that we may need to look to in the future.
That's for you to decide. Now the DOT wants to build another traffic circle at the Pine City exit of Route 328. It's statistically an accident-prone area. Last October, angry neighbors expressed they felt there were better ways to slow down traffic at a presentation. Regardless, drivers throughout Chemung County echo the same sentiment.
I don't believe anyone in this area knows how to use a traffic circle. You're supposed to yield to the circle from all directions, and that doesn't happen except very few times. Every time I get on it, I see someone not doing it right, every single time.
Erica Brecher, WETM 18 News.
Officials also acknowledge that there are talks of adding another traffic circle. This one would help combine North Main Street and College Avenue near the McDonald's in Elmira, though no formal plans are in place yet to construct one.